I just bought the cheapest rotary mixer you can get, but is it any good? Behind me is the TRM-202 MK3 from Omnitronic. TRM stands for Tabletop Rotary Mixer, and as of now, this mixer is going for $270 plus shipping, which is quite the bargain, so I had to check it out. It's a 2-channel mixer, plus it's got an input for the mic. Each channel has a 2-band EQ, 1 low shelf, 1 high shelf, and the master has a 3-band isolator EQ. On the back, you have XLR and RCA connections for the booth and master output. You also have phono and line inputs for each channel, as well as a ground connection. Additionally, there's a sensitivity dial for the phono input, so you can turn the input gain up or down. On the front of the mixer, you can find the XLR mic input and the 1/4-inch headphone input. The build quality is super solid. It's an all-metal construction, and it's got quite a bit of heft to it. I would not have any problem taking this to a gig or traveling with it. As far as sound quality goes, it's pretty damn good, especially considering the price point. It probably doesn't have the dynamics or noise floor to optimally play lossless digital tracks like a lot of high-end mixers, but for vinyl, the sound is just fine, and I'd feel comfortable bringing this to a club. That being said, it still holds up pretty decently with digital tracks. Alright, so going over the layout of the mixer, starting from the top, we have the 3-band isolator EQ. The crossover points here are set at 300 Hz and 4000 Hz, and you can kill it all the way to -infinity or boost it to +9. And these pots, they feel really nice. You know, they're pretty. They got some nice resistance to them, and in fact, all these pots have nice resistance. And of course, over time, they are going to loosen up. That's natural, but right now they feel pretty good. These are Alps pots. Say that 5 times fast, and yeah, you can see these on a lot of mixers and gear. So working our way down, we have the phono and line input button. You can switch it on and off, and I like how they made this very accessible. So you could have pairs of CDJs hooked up into the line input and just switch to start using those. Obviously, you know, you can't mix 4 decks, but you can have 4 different pieces of gear hooked in and just switch between them. So I do like that feature. Then up top right here, this is our mic level, and you can switch the mic on or off. Here, this is the 2-band EQ for the low and high shelf, so you can go from -10 to +10. This is the master output level. This is the booth output level. And then over here, we got our Q buttons, and you can have both activated if you want. And the buttons also feel pretty nice too. The Q buttons as well as the phono line buttons, they feel like good quality buttons, and they're not gonna break after some use. It definitely feels like this mixer could withstand the test of time, that's for sure. So then over here, of course, is the actual rotary faders. Very smooth, feels really nice in the hands, a good size, and like I said, it's got some nice resistance to it. I like that word, resistance, but yeah. And then over here is for the headphone level and the headphone Q mix. So level, and this actually outputs at a pretty good level. You can get really loud in the headphones, which is nice. Some mixers just don't have enough power for the headphones, and it can be hard to hear in the club, but not with this mixer. Here you also have the split headphone Q button in case you like to cue your stuff that way. And then on the mix, just a little note about that, the mix knob on the Q, so all the way to the left is you're just hearing what's cued, and of course you can slowly mix in the master output. And the blend of this is very smooth. It's kind of like the Pioneer's Q mix. I really don't like the Q mix knob on the Zone 92. I feel like the curve is just not linear, but this one is a very smooth curve, and I really love that. This is the first rotary mixer that I've ever owned. I've played on a couple different rotary mixers in clubs, but this is the first time I really got to sit down with one and get to know it. And I've got to say, I thought I would really enjoy playing on this mixer, but the truth is, I absolutely love playing with this mixer. It is way better than I even hoped. I thought I would miss having the 3-band EQ on each channel, but honestly, I don't miss it at all. Having the mid-band on the master channel EQ makes up for the fact that you don't have a mid-band on each individual channel. The EQs sound very musical and are amazing for smooth blends. Here's a little demo. also thought I would miss having the trim knob on each channel, but all you have to do is just leave yourself a little bit of headroom in case you need to boost the track. The adjustment was pretty quick. The LED VU meters look great, and it would have been nice to have a VU on each channel, but at this price point, it's honestly hard to complain. Overall, I absolutely love this mixer. I would recommend it to anyone, especially if you're trying to get into rotary mixers. This is a perfect entry model. And even if you're just trying to get a mixer in general, it's kind of hard to beat the TRM-202, especially at this price point. And it also just looks really beautiful. It's very well made, and I'm very happy with my purchase. So anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Stay creative, and hope you have a lovely day. Peace.